This is about a year and a half ago. We were opening for this group called the Underachievers from New York. My name is Job, by the way. I didn't fucking say that. But I'm a producer and engineer and artist for this group called the Nobodies. So we were opening for them, and one of our friends had this clothing brand called Dreams Made This. Here, I'll show you this shit. He had this clothing brand called Dreams Made This, right? And he had the composition of DMT, I think this is. And to be honest, I was just supporting his brand. Like, I knew about DMT and like stuff about it. Like, I've tripped before, like on LSD, not on DMT, but LSD, a little bit of mushrooms. And so I was just supporting the brand. Like, so we get off stage and I go outside because like it's just hot as fuck in there. And one dude that's outside just walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, what do you know about that? You know what that is?" And I'm just like, "It's DMT." To be honest, I didn't know shit about it. Like, not much about it at all. So I'm like, "Oh, what do you know about it?" He was like, "What if I told you I was like the lead supplier of DMT in Miami?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, shut up. Like, that sounds too far-fetched. You could have just said I've done it before," and I would have been like, "Oh, okay, cool." But he walks me over to this alley, like just like a few steps away from the venue. It wasn't like sketchy or nothing. He was sketchy, but for the most part, it was just like, "Oh, check this out. What do you think this is?" He pulls that little baggie out of his wallet, and it's powder. It's just a little powder on there. Mind you, I didn't even know DMT was a powder. So I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "Guess." I'm like, "Heroin? DMT? Like, I don't know, like explain, like, educate me." So he's just like, "It's DMT." In my brain, I'm like, this dude is so sketchy, so sus. Like what? He was like, "Tell you what, you can have that." And in my brain, I'm like, that's double sketchy. Like, you don't just take random shit like that from people. Like, who knows what it could be? It could be terrible. It could be the worst. Like, it could be heroin type shit. That's what I was thinking. I was like, "Oh man, this guy's trying to get me addicted to heroin. He's trying to get me got." You know what I'm saying? Bath salts. I'm gonna eat somebody's face real quick. But he says, "Hey, my name is and like, here's my number. Here's my social networks. Here's all this other bullshit." And he's just like, "Trust me. Like, do this. Like, I'm just a messenger. Here you go. This is for you." And back then I didn't understand. Now I 100% do. Maybe like 90% do. Like, I don't know. He walks away basically. He just leaves with his friends or whatever. And I'm like, that was super sketchy. Mind you, the fans of the Underachievers are like big on that shit. Like, they're big on acid, they're big on shrooms, they're big on DMT, like any like psychedelics or whatever. Like third eye and higher dimension and consciousness and stuff. So like, I don't really listen to them too much, but I know about that kind of stuff. So it was almost like, okay, this could be true, this could be not true, I don't know. I was just wearing the shirt, like I don't know, I'm not looking for this chemical, I'm just wearing my homie's shirt. Dreams Made This. I go home with my group mate Matt, and there was a few others with us too, I just don't remember who. And I'm sitting there and I tell them, I'm like, "Dude, like, this is what happened." And they're all saying like, "Nah, that's too sketchy. Throw that shit out and don't mention it. Like, it's just too sketchy. Like, it could be anything." And I was agreeing with them. I was like, "Yeah, it could be anything," but it was still in my wallet. Like, the whole ride home, I was just like, I'm ready for this. Like, if it is true, like, I can pull this off. This could be dope. This is not something you just come across every day, you know? So I decided, like, I was gonna consult my brother about it. I get home and I'm like, my brother knows more about this shit than I do. Let me ask him. So I talk to him and I'm like, "Yo, like, what if I told you somebody gave me DMT for free and I don't know what to do with it?" And he's like, "What do you mean he gave it to you for free?" I showed it to him. He like smelled it. He did a bunch of like weird little tests with it, and he was just like, "I think this is real." Like, he smelled it. It smelled like mothballs and shit, and it was weird. It was finely chopped up or grinded, whatever they do to turn into a powder. And I don't know, my brother was just like, I think you should do this tonight. It's about like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he brings it back. He's just like, here's how we're gonna do it. He made me sandwich it with tobacco, DMT tobacco, and he was like, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna cherry the top just so we don't burn it, and so it vaporizes itself, and we want to take 3 big hits. Mind you, I'm not a smoker. I'm not like an avid drug user at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a low tolerance for fucking everything. My tolerance is shit. Weed, alcohol, acid, shrooms, like even N-bomb. You know what I'm saying? Which would probably be a different story. So I'm sitting there like, damn, like I gotta do 3 of them. Like I don't smoke. This is gonna be terrible. So he sits me down in my backyard. I'll show you guys the backyard probably in another video. It's really nice. It's a really nice backyard. So he was like, you want a really nice setting. You want to be calm. You want to be like ready to do this. Mind you, and the whole ride home, that's what I was telling myself. Like, yo, you're ready. Like, this didn't just happen for nothing. Check it out first. If it's sketchy to my brother, Adrian, then like just toss it out and like be done with it. If he says it's a real deal, run it. And that's what he did. So I take the first hit. He's holding everything, mind you. Like he's doing it for me because like I don't really know cherrying or to vaporize it and shit. So he's holding it and he's just like, look, take the hits. So all I had to do is put my mouth to it. Inhale the first time. Immediate, just coughing like, what the fuck? Like, and mind you, it's tobacco and it was harsh in my lungs, but then I still tasted this weird taste in my mouth. So it was like, alright, weird. So he's like, alright, keep going. He's like, I do it, the second one, I do it a little bit longer. I hold it for like 3 to 4 seconds because my tolerance is shit. And then he has me do a third one where I try to take in as much as I can, but it immediately comes out like, and I just cough, where like everything falls to the floor just because like I was just like, and I just face plant, just immediate meltdown, and then I just fall back into the chair like this. And give me a second, I'm going to restart the filming. This is like my favorite drink right now. Harmless coconut water. They said it's organic. I even asked like the Twitter and shit and researched it. It's supposedly organic. It's fucking good though. I just really like it. Alright. But meltdown. Bomb. Hand in lap. Face in lap. Fall backwards. Right? I'm just staring up. Immediately everything just starts turning white. Like almost like reality just started melting into a white room. And I'm sitting, I don't know if I was sitting in chairs, standing, I don't know. But it was just a white room. 4 walls, bars on the left side. Almost like being in jail. It's just a little window with bars. And I'm looking at it. I'm just like, okay, bars. And then this creature walks by, like red and black creature, like the thing from Insidious. That's what I described it as in my brain. The evil guy from Insidious. It looked like that, and he saw me, and he was just like he didn't, without saying any words. It was just like, it was almost like he was saying, "Yo, what's up?" Like he knew me. Like, "Yo, John, what's good?" And I'm just staring at him, and he's like, it's almost like I could read his mind, where he's like, "Oh, like damn, he's on DMT right now. I'm gonna fuck with him." So he starts doing this weird dance, right? Like this weird, like, "Oh, I'm fucking with you, I'm messing with you, da da da." And in my brain, I'm just like, he knows I'm on DMT. He's trying to make me freak out. You're not gonna make me freak out, devil man. Like, that's what I was calling it. But I was just like, you're not gonna make me freak out, bro. Okay, sorry. My brother had just came home, which is funny. So I was telling him that I was filming the story. And he was just like, yo, you should show them like what we smoked it out of, or what he had me smoke it out of. Mind you, like now, what I know now, this probably wasn't the best, but it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so this is what he pretty much found, like metal on the inside and blah blah blah. I heard you should use like a dab rig and shit like that, but again, like I'm not an avid smoker like that, so for the most part, it was just like whatever would work. All right. the white room, the insidious guy is just looking at me. He's trying to get me to freak out. And I'm thinking, like, he can't get me to freak out because I know what I'm on and I know what he's doing. So get the fuck out of here. Without any words, all of this was going on. So I look at him and I'm just like, nope, nope. And immediately his face, like, I couldn't trick him. And it was like, yeah, bitch, like, no, you're not gonna fucking get me. Which, it was weird because as scary as he looked, I keep looking this way because, like, that's in the room. That's what it was going on as, like, the four walls, and it was over there, and it was like, what? Like, what's going on? Oh, Devil Man. Like, mind you, I keep saying Devil Man. I'll explain that in a second. I could hear my brother saying, like, like, say stuff. So, the words that came out of my mouth were, the Devil Man, like, just, Devil Man, right? Like, just weirded out. So, like, in retrospect, I can't imagine how that must sound. Like, what the fuck is he going through? Like, snap out of it. Like, that's not good. But what was going on was, like, a really funny thing, like a friendly thing. So, like, once the Devil Man just, like, found out, like, damn, I can't get him, he walked off. So I was like, alright, cool, like, alright, I'll see you later, pretty much. Some shit like that. And the room started melting back into, like, reality, pretty much. And I was looking up at the sky, and the patterns of, like, octagons connected, but then it was in rainbow form, right? It's octagons, and then they were in rainbows, and it was the eye of Horus inside each of them. So it was like, whoa, like, this is cool. Like, mind you, it was nothing mind-blowing. It was really beautiful. It was dope. But at the same time, I sat there and I understood, like, okay, these are visuals, like, dope. Like, I've heard about visuals, I've never gotten visuals, but this is cool. But what I just experienced was fucking crazy. That was ridiculous, but I didn't know how to process it. I was still going through whatever I was going through. I waited a little bit. I looked around at the trees, I looked around at the sky, and I'm just throwing up peace signs, like, yo, what's up? Like, just peace signs, like, legit. So, in my brain, what was going on, or what I was actually going through, was the plants in my backyard, like the trees and the grass and the ponds, the bushes, everything were like, they were saying, yo, like, welcome back, like, what's up? They were talking to me, but not as single plants. Like, a tree wasn't just a tree, it was like a community of spirits, like a community of, like, sprites or whatever you want to call them, like fairies or whatever. They were glowing. It was like a greenish tint, like bright greenish, but it wasn't like harsh in the eyes, but there was lots of them everywhere. So, but it was weird because they weren't talking, the plants were, and they weren't using like language. They were kind of like basically they were using whatever language they were using. I understood it, but then I could speak it back, and it was all just in your brain, right? Like telepathy, but like in a different language, and I understood it. It was weird. So mind you, the plants as single entities were talking, but then inside each plant was millions of other ones, like other spirits or entities, and it was like, whoa, like, this is fucking crazy. But at the same time, while they were saying, like, yo, welcome back, I'm like, yo, what's up, guys? Like, so my brother's like, what the fuck? Like, he's just throwing peace signs up. And so the next thing I said was, like, they're right here. They're with us right now. So in retrospect, I was thinking, damn, the last thing you heard me say was Devil Man. And the next thing he hears me say is, they're right here, right now. So, like, and I don't know, in retrospect, it was like, ugh. Like, I was probably throwing that boy off a little bit. But in my head, it was just two completely different things. It was almost like three phases. It was like that white room phase, the pattern, octagon, Eye of Horus phase, and then the spirits phase. So, spirits, sprites, fairies, I don't know an exact word to call them. It was like communities. Each plant had their own community, but they all were one thing. So it was like a subcategory, like, oh, we're this, but like we split off into grass and trees and bushes and flowers and fruits and shit, but then it's like there's millions of us inside of that. So it's like, damn, like y'all are intricate. So the biggest tree in my backyard was pretty much saying like, yo dude, like what's up? Like how have you been? And I'm like talking to him in my brain and like oh, I'm chilling dude, like are you okay? And he's just like, honestly, I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, like, nah dude, I'm not okay. I was like, damn, like why not? Like you're a tree, dude, like you're like the wisest thing in the world. Why are you not okay? He's like, I'm gonna be real, like there's lots of leaves, dead leaves down here and like dead branches and stuff. Like you may not see it this way, but try to hear me out. But those are my homies, like those are my friends, the leaves and the branches and stuff. So like they're sitting there and they're dead. So like I have to wake up and see them every day, and like it's kind of not cool. So if could you just like move them for me, or could you like pick them up? And it was like, damn, like yeah, I got you, homie. Like that's not a hard job at all. And you wake up every day and you have to do that. Like imagine you had to wake up every day and see like your past friend or something like that. So as soon as like I was good enough to really assess the situation, I explained it to my brother, and he was like, that's pretty ridiculous. So what I ended up doing that night is I researched the insidious monster, and I was like, okay, like this is like he looked exactly like this, but he was a friendly person. He resembled Baal. Let's say Baal. So I look up Baal and I'm like, yo, maybe that's who like I met. Maybe that's who that was, the Devil Man. So I researched Baal, and come to find out, like I learned a lot about him. Mind you, I can't recite it verbatim, but something about like, I think he was rejected from hell or something like that. And basically one of his biggest powers was agriculture. His agriculture and fertility. So like when I found that out, I was like, damn, like one of his powers were agriculture. I had just seen him again, and I started talking to plants. That's pretty crazy. Like, what? Like that's crazy. Or in my brain, what it felt like when I came to this conclusion is that he gave it to me. He was like, yo, these are my powers. Hold them down. Like, hold it down. And I was like, all right, cool. Like I'll run it. But like none of that was said. It just happened. Bomb. Plants. I'm like, yo, I could talk to plants? Like, this is crazy. I started doing it, and then I researched him, and that's what happens. Mind you, I had just gotten to a routine of writing down stuff that comes to me in my dreams. At the time, this was about a year and a half ago. I go through my notepad in my iPhone, right? And one of the notepads from way before the trip said Devil Man. And like I freaked the fuck out. Like my eyes started tearing up, and I was like, what the fuck? Then when I sat down, I was like, alright, be rational. Bum. He was like, he's seen you before. Or like y'all had met each other before. And it was almost like friends, like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, oh, you're tripping? Like, I'm trying to fuck you up. Like, I'm gonna trick you. So it was like, damn, like, where do I know this guy from? So he could have just been from a dream that I had before. And there was nothing else written. It was just Devil Man. So it was kind of scary, but then it was like, okay, maybe, like, try not to scare yourself. Try to, like, think what could really have happened. You just don't remember the dream. You just remember the basis of it, Devil Man. That's pretty much it. Just how everything played out was just weird, and it was cool. Like since then, like my outlook on lots of things had changed. Like deities, entities, dimensions, my spirituality, how I think about things. Some people may think it's a little bit crazy, like how I look at things from this reality and this dimension, but yeah, I mean, since then, like, a lot of shit has been different. Spirituality, my music, my thoughts on things, other substances, and I don't know if you can like pretty much like just comment about like your own interpretation about what happened in like my experience. Like just go for it, because to be honest, I'm open to anything. And I don't know, I would just like to hear what you guys think about it. So I don't know, do that.